Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Excited to have you here today. Today we're going to talk about some books that if you're interested in learning about health and well-being, these are a few places to start. Wide variety of topics with these, and they're some of the books that I have really found to enjoy over the course of the last few years. I have 3 recommendations today. I'm going to start oldest to newest. This one, the first one, is The Body Keeps the Score: Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma by Bessel van der Kolk. He's an MD, and this was a #1 New York Times bestseller. This book, not gonna lie, this book can be really heavy at times. This has to do with how the body keeps the score. It takes everything that happens to us emotionally and turns it into a physical manifestation of a problem. I'm a huge believer that a lot of times our emotions are what are causing our symptoms. This book helps us to uncover what some of those symptoms might mean and how to go about resolving them. Like I said, it's really heavy. I haven't actually read the whole thing. There's a lot in here. This is one of those books that I turn to time and time again. I'll read a few pages, I'll put it down, I'll pick it back up, I'll read a few more pages. And every time I pick it up, I am so interested. I'm like, wow, this is just such great stuff. This isn't the only place I've ever learned about how the mind-body connection is a part of our overall health. I've been studying that for a really long time. I like to talk to patients about that a lot of times, the psychosomatic, the brain-body connection of what's causing our problems. Because yes, sometimes there is physical trauma, but there is a lot of times also that emotional trauma. And it definitely shows up in the way our body responds and the way we can use our body through time. So The Body Keeps the Score. Highly recommend this one. This one was a 2014 book, so a little bit older. It's 11 years old at this point, but it's just great. You know, pioneering research transforms the understanding of trauma and offers a bold new paradigm for healing. So that one, big time recommendation. The second book, I got the second book from the library. I do not have a physical copy of it, but this book changed my life. And that book was Breath by James Nestor. The subtitle was The New Science of Lost Art. It was from 2020. And as you can imagine, the book entitled Breath had all to do with how we breathe. Now, how did this change my life? Well, this book talks about how nasal breathing versus mouth breathing and what it does to our overall health and well-being. If we breathe too much through our mouth, it changes our jaw structure. It changes our soft palate, our hard palate. It changes the way our faces look over the course of many, many years, many generations, that sort of thing. And it also fires up our sympathetic nervous system. So our sympathetic nervous system is our fight or flight system. If we're being chased by a tiger, that sympathetic nervous system turns on so we can get the heck out of Dodge, right? Unfortunately, our lifestyle, and I talk about this all the time, has many of us in a chronic state of fight or flight, chronically sympathetically elevated bodies. And breathing through our mouth also enhances that state of fight or flight, that sympathetic. I just took a deep breath in through my mouth. That's not what I should have done. I should have taken a deep breath in through my nose. Even in my workouts now, and this is one thing that I found absolutely fascinating with this book, was how some of the most elite athletes and choirs and rowing teams took on the coaching of this one specific man. I don't remember his name at this point. He's no longer alive. And he was kind of like an outlier. He knew how to train people on how to breathe through their nose and do it well and perform. And it kind of got lost. But the idea is that more we can breathe through our noses, the better we are. So in my workouts now, I try really solely to breathe through my nose. I have not mastered this by any means, especially if I'm running or doing anything that's really cardio heavy. If I'm just lifting weights, I'm really good at it. I'm actually really conscious right now as I'm recording this video because I'm like, oh, I'm really breathing through my mouth a lot. And talking is one of those times where we breathe through our mouth a lot. But Breath by James Nestor, so good. Came out in 2020. Fantastic read, really quick read. Even though it was very science-based, it was very entertaining. And like I said, changed the way I work out, changed the way I interact throughout the course of my days. It changes how I've been communicating with my kiddos about, hey, close your mouth, breathe through your nose. Like let's take a deep breath kind of thing, right? Highly, highly recommend Breath by James Nestor. The third book is Forever Strong by Gabrielle Lyon. Now, this is a book that I am currently still reading. The subtitle of this one, A New Science-Based Strategy for Aging Well: How to Reboot Your Body to Burn Fat, Fight Heart Disease, Reverse Diabetes, Stay Sharp, Build Muscle, and Boost Energy. This book got a lot of attention when it first came out in 2024, and that's because it's great. It talks a lot about how we need to build muscle and how to build muscle to stay forever strong. We start losing muscle by the time we get to the age of 30. Especially as women, we just continually lose it. If we're not doing something to maintain it, we are losing it. And muscle is what we need to stay strong and healthy for a long period of time. This book looks like a lot, but I want to break it down. See what this bookmarker is right here? This is the book part. The rest of this is the appendix with a ton of recipes and notes and citations, that sort of thing. And it's not a hard book to read. She makes it very, very readable for the average person and some very good actionable information in here as well. I have been urging people for a long time to work out. It's very hard to get people to get up and move. This book is a good way to propel you into the future if you want to be healthy and well. Really just a go-to, Dr. Mark Hyman, who is a functional medicine doctor that I absolutely love, his little subtitle on this, Dr. Lyon is my go-to for all things protein and muscle. This book truly has a wealth of incredible information. So another really good one. And I was kind of interested. So I went on ChatGPT and I was like, ChatGPT, I'm going to give people a recommendation of these 3 books. What 4th book would you recommend? And I was really surprised by ChatGPT's recommendation. ChatGPT recommended Atomic Habits by James Clear. And this book kind of keeps coming back into my orbit. So I feel like maybe I should be reading this book. And it's going to go on my list of books to read. Now, ChatGPT says, not technically a health book, but let's be honest. If someone can master habits, they're halfway to wellness. It's super practical, science-backed, and incredibly easy to read. So maybe our book club book of the month next month for you and I and everyone else out there needs to be Atomic Habits by James Clear, or any one of these other books that I just recommended today. If you've read one of these books, let me know what you think. And if you've got another book that has absolutely changed the face of wellness and health for you, let me know what that is in the comments below. I'm always looking for good books. I love to read. I love to listen to books. I love podcasts, as you already all well know. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you liked this episode. If you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned because I've got new episodes that come out every Monday and Thursday.